everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jess, and I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Today I'm going to be recreating the Norvina ice cream cone look. The look that she did for her new palette, which is the Norvina Volume 1 palette. I've seen a lot of looks on Instagram recreating this look, so I just wanted to try it out myself. Unfortunately, I don't have the palette because I am way too broke to buy that palette right now, even though I would love to. But I'm going to be trying to use the Blood Sugar palette for the most part, and like a couple other palettes. I love Norvina, and she is coming out with so many new products right now. There's the ABH foundation, which I'm going to be trying in my video as well. So without further ado, let's get into the look. I'm really excited to try this out. So let's do it. So I'm going to show you kind of like the look that I'm gonna go for. So I'll just put it up somewhere around here. And yeah, you can take a look. It's just kind of, it's got like pink tones, blue tones, purple, but I'm gonna do my own twist on the look. Alright, so to start off, I'm just going to, I've done my eyebrows already. I've kind of like moisturized and stuff. I'm going to do my foundation after the eyes, so I'm just going to put down a base. So I'm going to be using my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. And I'm just kind of going to go under the eye a little bit because I know it's going to be quite blown out look. Have you guys been seeing these looks on Instagram? Like, there's just so many, and there's just so many palettes coming out right now and foundations coming out right now that I cannot keep up. Like, not at all, especially because I still don't have a job, but it's really hard to keep up nowadays. So I'm just blending in that base. All right, so I'm not gonna set my concealer because I do want the pigment to really pop when I'm putting the color down on the eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to zoom you in on my eyes, and I'm just gonna focus on the one eye and just show you exactly what technique I'm using and to kind of give a better view. All right, I really like this hair look, to be honest. I'm kind of living for it. This is the Blood Sugar palette that I'm going to be using for the most part today. I really do love all the colors. I think I'm going to start off with the dark purple, actually. So I'm going to start off with Coma. And I hope you can see that. Yeah, Coma just right here. And I'm going to be using this kind of crease brush. It's a little bit fluffy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm really just going to pack it in the crease and kind of make it like winged out. I'm just kind of focusing that color just right in there. And you can really just build these colors up, which is nice. So I find with all these new palette releases, I'll buy a palette and then I just won't have time to like use the palette as much as I want to. So that's one thing that kind of stresses me out with all these palette releases. It's like, am I really going to use all the colors? But I feel like the Norvina palette, the new one, the Volume 1, is a palette that I would definitely use. Like, all the colors in it are beautiful. So I'm just kind of bringing this toward the inner crease, but very, very lightly. And it does not have to be perfect right now. You're just kind of packing down that color. I'm just going to go with another purple. So this is the Root Canal purple. And with the same brush, I'm just kind of going to go on the outer edges just to add a little lighter pigment of purple. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my pink. So that is the Cavity right here. And this is such a beautiful hot pink that I, for some reason, was never reaching for the longest time, but now I'm always reaching for it. So I'm just going to take Cavity on this little brush. This is the Morphe M443. And the other Morphe brush was the no, it wasn't a Morphe brush. So I'm just taking that, I'm dabbing it off because it's very pigmented. And then I'm just going to go around the outer edges of the eye. And in the camera, this looks pink, actually, which is interesting, but it's not pink. I promise you that. So just lightly taking that around the outer edges. And just really like kind of adding up that color. And then I'm going back in with a blending brush, just this thick blending brush that I have. And it's pretty much clean. I'm just gonna start blending the edges a little bit just to kind of buff it out. Kind of, yeah, even it out. And then with this packer brush, again, I'm gonna go in with the dark purple, which is Coma, and I'm really gonna pack in that color now because I want it to be very purple on the outside. So yeah, just packing in that color. So I'm just using my concealer and I'm gonna carve out this cut crease. I'm just using this kind of like flat brush to define the cut crease. And so I'm gonna look up. That trick never really works for me. I am literally just doing what you do for a cut crease. But I'm bringing this up a little bit higher. So I'm kind of just bringing this up pretty high. And then I'm going to use my finger on the outer edges to kind of just blend it all. And then I'm just actually going to take my blending brush and just kind of blend it all in just to make it seem a little bit more, blended. Okay, so I'm actually going to use the blue from the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is a teal. I don't actually have a blue right now in my collection, so I'm going to use this teal. I don't know what this shade is called. I think it's called, no, I don't know what the shade is called. Pool Party, maybe? But I'm just going to use that. And I'm going in with the same brush I did the cut crease with. And I'm just going to place the blue right in this area here where the cut crease is. But I'm going to leave a little bit of space right in the middle because I kind of want to put like a pink in the middle. And this is literally so pigmented. Like, the Jaclyn Hill palette is still one of my faves. So I'm just going to leave a bit in the middle, and I'm going to bring this out to the side and kind of blend it with that darker purple. For the middle, I'm going in with yet another palette. Bear with me. It is the Sultry palette, and I'm using the Rose Quartz, which is just right here. Tell me you love it. All right, so that is so cute. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm just going back in with the brush that the blue was on, and I'm just patting it to blend that in. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush with that rose gold color, just a brush like this. And I'm just gonna go up into the crease area and color that in just to make sure it's, you know, you can see it. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my brush that had like the dark purple on it, and I'm kind of just gonna go over any areas that I really want to blend. All right, so just to define that purple, I just took this brush with the lighter purple that we used, and I just kind of brought it down and around, just kind of outlining that cut crease to make it more defined and more prominent. So I'm gonna focus on the bottom lashes now. So basically I'm just going to pretty much do the same process. I'm gonna take this brush that came in the ABH palette, and it's just this part of it. And I'm gonna go in with the dark purple first, Coma, and just drag that along the bottom lashes. Not fully all the way, but just in the bottom, kind of connect it upwards, and then, yeah. And then I'm gonna go in with Root Canal, same brush, and I'm just gonna do a little dusting of Root Canal right underneath. And then with a brush like this, that's a little more fluffy, I'm just gonna dip into Cavity, which is the hot pink. And then I'm just trailing that all underneath to kind of give it that pink shift. All right, so I feel like we need to do something a little extra here. So I think we need to do a little bit of pink glitter. I feel like that's just gonna make everything so much better. I'm gonna go in with my NYX glitter glue, and I'm just gonna actually put it on my finger. And then I'm just gonna pop that just right in the middle of the eye where I put that rose gold, because I'm gonna put the pink glitter over top of it. All right, and now I'm gonna be using my ABH glitter. I love this stuff, and this is in the shade Blazing Sunset, and it's the loose glitter, and it's just like the rose gold, really, really pretty. And I'm just gonna pop that right on the lid, and oh yeah, that is so good. But I'm just really focusing it in the middle. So it's kind of like a spotlight glitter. I feel like this is so Norvina and so glam. And it's giving me a Candyland vibe, you know? Oh yes, I love this. So now, using this little brush right here, I'm just going to put a little bit of color there. I'm gonna wet my brush with my Morphe setting spray, and then I'm gonna dip into Candy Floss. How fitting, right there. And this is definitely very powdery. That's why I wet my brush, because I want it to have a lot of pigment. So I'm just going in the inner corner here. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I think it's gonna work out good. Oh yes. I'm actually just gonna put a tiny bit under the brow as well of that Candy Floss color. Just a little bit right here. All right, so I'm just gonna do the other eye real quick off camera, and I'll be right back and we'll finish up the look. So I am back. I have done a couple things. I'm still letting these lashes dry, but I did add lashes just because I feel like with a glam look like this, you kind of have to. I added some liner, which you can't really see now because of the lashes, and then I added some nude, like gel liner in the waterline. So let's get on to the face. I really want to use the ABH foundation, the new one that just came out, the Luminous foundation. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my Cover Fix drops. They're in the shade Halo. So I'm kind of just gonna drop this all over the face. I don't even drop it, I just kind of drag it. And it really just makes it more luminous, I find. And then I'm gonna mix this Celestial with, I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is Celestial. So I'm gonna mix Halo with Celestial. And I'm just kind of just bringing it all around, you know? Whatever. Now I'm gonna use my brush to blend it. This is the Morphe M439 brush. And I'm just using circular motions to blend it all in to the skin. And I know it's gonna look a little crazy at first, but it's definitely gonna make the foundation even more luminous. And I like the undertone is kind of like ice cream, as you can see. It's got like this blue, cool, spacey, holographic almost. Wonderful shade to it, so I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, and I'm in the shade 210N. I'm terrible at shade matching sometimes, so I don't know if this is actually the right shade, but I'm just gonna use 2 pumps of that, and I'm going in with my Beauty Blender sponge thing. This is just a Joe Fresh one. And I'm just gonna blend that in. And personally, I feel like this foundation it has a really nice feel. It's definitely has good coverage, especially if you layer. But personally for me, I feel like it's not as luminous as it suggests that it is. So I like to add that's why I added the liquid highlighters underneath. But it's all about personal preference again. Like, I don't like to look too matte, but some people might love that. My skin type is super, super dry. Like, my skin is dry as the desert. So, yes, that is it. Going in with concealer, just a little bit. Just in the places I want it. Now this is the part that scares the shit out of me. When you get super close to the eyeshadow and you're just like, now what do I do? So you just gotta blend really carefully, I guess. So I'm just using my Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder to do a quick set under the eye and anywhere that's gonna crease. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to quickly go over it with the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, which I really like. And their products are just super cheap, which is wonderful. Now for a quick bronze, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Sun-Kissed or Color Icon Bronzer. Just, I like this fluffy brush for bronzing as well. No, my hair is always in the way when I'm bronzing and I hate that. And just a little on the forehead. And then with this brush, I'm just gonna do a bit of a nose contour. Just a super quick one. And just blend that out. Now for the fun part, I'm gonna do some blush. So I'm gonna use this blush, I think, which is my matte Essence blush. So I'm gonna use quite a bit of this. I want this look to look super like cute, girly, pink. So I'm using a lot of blush. I'm actually just gonna use a tiny bit on the forehead too, and a bit on the chin, just to bring it all together. And I'm really focusing it on like the bottom of the nose, just makes it look really cute, I find. Now for highlight, I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Blossom Glow. And this is just a really pretty shade. And I think I'm just gonna take it on with this brush. And I'm gonna pop that just on like the apples of the cheeks and kind of bringing it up. I want it to be really glowy. And then I'm bringing it onto the forehead, like the temples. I'm just doing the same on this side. And then with my fan brush, I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose. A bit right there. I'm gonna do quite a bit on the nose. All right, we are almost done. I'm just gonna add a couple little cute hairs in the front of my eyebrow. Just personal preference. So I'm gonna line my lips with this Whipped Caviar pencil by NYX, and it's the Suede Matte Liner. And then I'm gonna go in with my Androgyny liquid lip. And this is Jeffree Star Cosmetics, if you didn't already know. and because this is a bit dark, even though I like it like this, I'm just gonna add a little bit in the middle. So I'm gonna go with my Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Baki, and it's a lighter kind of mauvey color. I really like it. And I'm just putting that right in the middle of the lip. And I feel like it just adds a little something something, you know? So before I set my face, I'm gonna do something off camera and I'll be right back. All right, these were the final touches. I added some pearls and some jewels, and I just really love how it turned out. I definitely feel like an ice cream cone, or at least something in the candy family. I hope I did Norvina justice. I love all her looks. I wish I had her palette, just because the colors are so beautiful in there. But I think that with the palettes I do have, I did create a pretty similar look to the one that she did, and I just love this whole like jewel pearl trend right now, so I feel really cute and I don't ever want to take this makeup off. So I really hope you loved it. One more thing, I also used my MAC Love Me Back lipstick in the center of my lips, because the Stila wasn't really sitting well on top of it, kind of just sunk in and looked like the same color. So I did use that in the center of my lips. I'm gonna set my face with my Morphe setting spray and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think down in the comments. Anyways, we will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications bell for all my new videos coming out every week or so. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.